hello. This is a wonderful, beautiful Monday afternoon. It is about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And guys, I am so excited about today. I live in expectancy, expecting wonderful and great things to happen. I speak those things, I confirm those things, I declare those things. And I want you to declare those things as well in your life. I'm a little early today to talk about cryptocurrency and wealth. And I'm hands-free, but I knew that I was going to have to get going. But I just wanted to share with you guys the opportunity, again, of what's happening in this space. I'm so grateful to be able to do. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to have freedom, in which, most people want. They want financial freedom, or they want the freedom to be able to do the things that they want, or the things that they dream of, to fulfill their dream or work towards their dream. And I'm so happy that I'm able to live out and do the things that I love to do with my purpose and what I'm called to do. And that there's no time limit. There's no time limit for what someone tell me when to clock in, what time I have to be at work, knowing that I have to get up 2 hours or 3 hours early just to fight traffic every day, just to go to a job. I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I am able to set my own schedule. Doesn't mean that I don't set goals or that I don't adhere to a schedule, but I march to the beat of my own drum. I march to the beat of my drum and not a corporate or company's drum. I don't have to clock in and clock out when they tell me to clock in and clock out. I don't have to take my 15-minute break or my 2 15-minute breaks when they tell you to take your 2 15-minute breaks. And that's what I want to share with you guys on today. The fact that I had the opportunity to do a little bit of research, and I compared Bitcoin against a popular stock, Google. And I just wanted to talk about how quickly, just very quickly, how the two performed. Now, we've seen Bitcoin go up and down. We've seen Bitcoin hit its higher highs and lower lows. But those who just buy and hold it, guys, is deeper than just buying cryptocurrency and just holding it. There's so much more to the benefit of actually investing in cryptocurrency. I compared the stock Google to the performance of Bitcoin. And as you can recall, on last year in 2020, Bitcoin was probably sitting around $3,500 or around $2,000, $3,500. Actually, Google was probably sitting around that same amount, maybe like 1,000, 1,900 or something like that. But now Google sits at around $2,000 per share. However, Bitcoin has far exceeded the 2,000 mark. Bitcoin now sits around $50,000. And hear me out, this is just the volatility, the volatility and the absolute performance of both markets. Cryptocurrency has outperformed Google by 880.39%. Outperformed it in its growth and in its interest. That lets you know what time it is. You don't realize that you can actually just do more than just hold Bitcoin. I hope you guys know that, for those who are just chiming in and watching. It's more than just purchasing it on Coinbase and watching it grow up and down. It's more to it, and it's much deeper than that. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here today to state that it's so easy to trade. It is so easy to gain the education and the knowledge in order to understand how to read charts. And the fact that we have a platform that shows you how, you have to take the time out in order to educate yourself, wanting to know the knowledge, how to apply that knowledge. Because I'm telling you, trading it, guys, is going to pay you for the rest of your life. See, when you're sitting in and you're holding it, basically you're lending your money over to another platform just to sit and watch it. They're not going to show you how to invest it. They're not going to, they're just going to open up the platform for you to put your money in. And just, if the market goes in an upward swing, it just goes in an upward swing. But if the market goes in a downward trend, it just goes in a downward trend. But when you're trading it and you're understanding how to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, you're developing a skill, you're developing education, you're developing basically multiple streams for yourself in order to trade in the markets. When I tell you, when you're educated on something, that is something that is a skill, or that is a talent or a trait that can never be taken away from you. It's easy it's easy every day, up and down, for me to be able to buy Bitcoin and hold it. But what am I learning from that? Just buying and holding. What am I learning? What am I learning from that? Yes, I'm learning to purchase. I'm learning the possibility, and I'm learning the benefits of holding it and watching it grow. But what I best benefit and get the greatest benefit and the greatest amount of
in 1.2 miles, turn right on Richard
the greatest amount of confidence is when I understand what I'm looking at, why I'm doing it, and seeing the benefits from that. I'm looking at how to understand support and resistance. I'm looking at how to understand when there's an opportunity to buy and sell. And don't get me wrong, when we say trade it, we're not talking about getting rid of it. We're just leveraging money in a way that if the market goes in an upwards trend, we're still able to capitalize and make money on that upwards trend. If we notice that the market is on a downward trend, meaning it's bearish, that we're still able to capitalize and make a profit from that. It operates totally different from the stock market, because when the stock market on a particular stock, if your portfolio was sitting nice and the market decides it's going to crash or it's going to be bearish, you lose that money until you're able to see it accumulate back to where it was first, in a reversal. The foreign exchange market and the cryptocurrency market operates totally different from that. That's the beautiful thing about Bitcoin. That's the beautiful thing about Ethereum. That's the beautiful thing about XRP. That's the beautiful thing about the foreign currency pairs, like the euro dollar, the Great British pound, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen. That's the beautiful thing about those particular currencies. That's the beautiful thing, understanding the US 30, which are the top 30 stocks. It's the beautiful thing about understanding gold. Guys, we know how to trade those those different commodities and foreign exchanges, either way the market goes. Now, my thing is, I don't think you have a problem with wanting to make the money, but the problem that you find is the fact that you don't want to work for it, meaning you don't want to utilize a skill set that nobody can take away from you. See, when you're working on a job, at any time they can decide that they want to fire you. We live in the state of Georgia. State of Georgia is an at-will state, which means they can fire you and let you go and not have a reason, or not give you a reason as to why they're letting you go. At will. They can let you go at will whenever they want to. At will, guys. And I'm pretty sure there are other states that operate the same. They're at will states, meaning they'll let you go and they don't even have to have an excuse as to why they're letting you go. It's the fact that they're letting you go. You no longer serve the purpose that you've been in that position, because what they're going to do, they're going to invite younger, more innovative individuals to fill your spot, and you're going to have to train that individual. Why not put your destiny back into your hands? Why not get in position where you actually are making more for yourself, using skills, knowledge, and intellect, and being a master student? Why not capitalize on that and make money more than what you would make on your job a day? More than what you would make on your job a day. Understanding how to trade in the markets. It is time out. We cannot play things safely anymore. You cannot play it safe. We play it safe on too many occasions. And when we play it safe, we end up on the losing end. We end up not being fulfilled in that which we've played it safe with. Stop playing things safely. Because I may be repeating myself over again, but I see, and as I move about and as I travel, I see the transfer that is happening. We're in the city of Atlanta, and I mentioned this. We're in the city of Atlanta. Now, when you look at a house, it is starting at $300,000. And most individuals, brown, black individuals, we don't even make enough to even qualify for a $300,000 house. And in some cases, don't even qualify for a $200,000 house. On one income. You might be able to do a 200 or 250,000 or 289, something like that, on two incomes. But you have a lot of individuals out here that are single. And they're only dealing with one income. And they may supplement that one income with a side hustle or a second job or a third job. And then you have individuals that are single with children, and small children. So sometimes it makes it a little bit more difficult for that individual to get a second job or to get a third job, because guess what? That takes a lot from your children, especially if they're young. And you can't always rely on grandparents to be there for you in order to watch your kids while you are on your second and your third job. So let's put some things into perspective. Sometimes you have to look into options that would allow you to work from home, because trading in the markets is a home-based business. And guess what? Home-based business has over 400 plus tax benefits as it relates to taxation. Now, some of you guys may ask the question, if I trade in cryptocurrency, and if I'm trading in cryptocurrency and I'm able to bring or take out that money that I've made in a profit, in a trade that I made on a profit the very same day, will I be taxed for it? If you move it, as long as you move it from your crypto, from your broker account to your bank account, you might incur a small tax from it. But let me show you, if you move it from your broker account to your crypto wallet, you're not taxed on it. Cryptocurrency don't incur any taxation. It is a people's, and it's not even a government based type of currency. There's no government backing for it. It is decentralized, which is the best kind of currency when things are decentralized. Because trust me, if the government was able to centralize cryptocurrency, it still wouldn't even benefit. It wouldn't benefit the average person. It would not benefit that person, because again, they're going to find ways to completely tax you to make sure that the government is covered and the government is making money, which means it's going to keep you on the losing end. That means you're back at square one. So there's an art to that. You move it from your broker account to your crypto wallet, and as long as it sits in a crypto wallet, it ain't taxed. They can't touch it. You can't be touched on that. Now let's go back to, okay, if you move it to a crypto wallet, there are so many companies now that allows you to pay using Bitcoin and using cryptocurrency. If that helps. You have companies now that are accepting Bitcoin, that are accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment. I am encouraging you guys to really look a little bit deeper into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You can reach out to individuals like myself who will be willing to help hold your hand and walk you through this process so that you can understand more about cryptocurrency, more and how beneficial it is to creating wealth, more as it relates to helping you in reserves. Because I honestly feel that if most companies that were shut down due to the pandemic, if they had some Bitcoin or some cryptocurrency reserved, it would still allow their business to stay afloat. That's true up and down facts. It's true up and down facts. So I encourage even ministers of churches that have been shut down, they would have had some reserves of Bitcoin or invested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the churches wouldn't be shut down. They wouldn't have a problem with tithers. Because sometimes you can't always necessarily depend on individuals to tithe, because everybody don't understand the concept or the mindset of behind tithing. And as it relates to funeral homes, sometimes you have funeral homes that may see a week or 2 weeks, and there's no individuals, no families to serve. So sometimes that can kind of hurt their bottom line if they don't have things properly set up. But if they would have had some type of cryptocurrency or some type of reserves in cryptocurrency, it would basically set them up where they wouldn't take a loss or they wouldn't suffer a loss much. So it's important to understand the fold of Bitcoin, because again, like I said, it goes deeper than just buying and holding. Bitcoin has interest that is applied to you. And I stated that when I compared Bitcoin against a Google stock, or I would actually compare Bitcoin, the performance of Bitcoin against any stock. The performance of it is thousands of percent faster. The benefits of it is thousands of percent faster. And it is even compound more when you trade it. When you're learning how to trade, when you're learning how to use charts, when you're learning how to understand support and resistance. We're talking about instant gratification. Instant gratification. Instant gratification. Because there are people now currently, they are in now situations. Some people cannot afford to really basically wait 15 and 20 years and 30 years to be able to make moves. Some people need to make moves immediately. And they need to be able to be a part of something that's going to facilitate that. There is a need. There is a need. And I'm here to show you and tell you that that need can be fulfilled. It is not hard. It's not difficult to trade. It's not difficult at all. Simple concepts, understanding fundamentals. And then you get comfortable with understanding how to trade your own style. You can trade all day long, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You are able to control your own destiny. We're here to show you and take you to the opportunity, but you definitely have to be willing to dig in and understand and make yourself available to learn. You hear people all the time say, oh, I don't have a whole lot of time. I don't think I have enough time for that. I don't have the time for it. Yes, you do. You definitely have the time. Because as soon as your job say, we're unfortunate. We're going to have to release you today. Guess what? You're going to have time to find another job. You're going to make time to find another job. You're going to make time to make sure that you make your hair appointment. You're going to make time to make sure that on the weekends, I'm going to go to the mall and I'm going to look for this. You're going to make time to find an outfit that you want to wear to this event or to, whatever event that you want to go to, or some club or some dinner party. You're going to find and make time and inconvenience yourself for something that's pleasurable. Clothes are not going to give you any interest. Clothes and outfits, they're not going to have any value to it. Why? Because actually, styles are recycled. We're starting to see now, and I'm just observing, paying attention. At one point, we're starting to see now jeans coming back like bell bottoms at the bottom. We're starting to see that again. Do you know how many cycles bell bottom jeans have? At least how many cycles that I've seen it resurge? At least every 10 to 15, maybe every 10 years, every 10 years, you start to see the same styles come back. It's just the same style is here. It's just it's tailored a little bit differently. They're sewn a little bit differently. They're created a little bit more just a slightly innovatively, but it's still the same. Still the same. Why not invest in something that is going to bring you advancement? Why not invest in yourself or invest in your future and your freedom, your financial freedom, that's going to return an investment or a return on your investment? We see rayon and cotton. Things are made and sewn together. Rayon, cotton, polyester. Does polyester bring value to you? Does cotton bring value to you? Does silk bring value to you? Think about it. You buy something brand new from the department store. You wear it a couple of times and you say, hey, I have no use for this anymore. Will you be able to bring that same blouse, that same pair of pants, that same dress, and take it right back to that department store that you bought it from, brand new? Are you going to be able to resell that item to the department store that you bought it from as it was a fresh style? No, you're not going to be able to resell it and send it back to them. Guess what? You got to utilize sources like Goodwill, thrift stores, Plato's Closet, and whatever other secondhand stores that they have available, consignment shops. And then when you take it to those types of entities, the secondhand places or consignment shops, guess what? You have to make sure that the product that you're returning, that you're trying to get a resale on, that is in good shape. that is barely used. Think about that, that it is barely used. Barely used. And then you still can't get the same exact value for it that you bought it when you bought it brand new. That's just like a car. You buy a car off the lot, of course, once it leaves the premises, it depreciates in value. But when you want to get something pre-owned, or when you want to sell that car, you can't buy that car for the same price that you bought it when it was brand new.
In half a mile, turn left on Stylesboro Road.
You can't do that. Because now there's something called a Kelley Blue Book that determines the value of that particular vehicle. So what I'm saying is, those are unnecessary things that don't bring much value to your to your money. And I do understand if you purchase a vehicle, if the vehicle that you have no longer can perform the way that it was when you first bought it. I get that, and I understand that sometimes you have to purchase something else, but understand, things are created to only last a certain amount of time. Think about that. Things, cars, clothes are created to perform for a window of time. Just like everyone noticed, if you purchase a car brand new and around maybe year 4, it starts acting up and starts giving you problems. But guess what? When you take an investment on yourself of a different kind, that value doesn't depreciate. It only gets better. That value only increases. That value doubles. Because now, with that entity, you've applied knowledge, you've applied confidence, and you applied faith. You didn't play it safe. And the results that you get from that are successful and profitable results. You're able to now advance to next level. So don't allow things to depreciate your life without you having the opportunity to change it first. Again, I compared the performance of a Google stock against Bitcoin. And Bitcoin outperformed Google by 880.39%. It's close to 1,000% that a cryptocurrency has outperformed a stock. And they both started off around the same price point. So even if you are unsure and you saw Bitcoin move in a bearish trend from the 58,000 that we saw about 2 weeks ago, have no fear. Have no fear. If you were in my position and you saw what I saw,
left on Stylesboro Road.
that particular $10,000 that it dropped, or $12,000 that it dropped down to, wouldn't even phase you. For those who understand on my end, that was like one of the best times to get in. From those if you're sitting on my side or looking from my perspective, guess what? People made money even in that downtrend of Bitcoin when it dropped from 58K to around 46 or 45K. If you are a trader and you understand how to trade it in the markets, and if you traded it and placed your trade in the MetaTrader 4 app and let it ride, you'll be sitting in profit right now. If you understood how it moved, you will be sitting in profit. There were so many opportunities that were pushed out based on that particular trade on Bitcoin. And the beautiful thing about that is the fact that we don't necessarily have to know everything or know all of how to read those charts, because we have people that study the markets, individuals that are phenomenal and geniuses in their field. They send us the signals. They send it to us and let us know, here is what's happening with Bitcoin. We're going to position ourselves to see it rise from maybe 47,000, and we're going to see the resistance of that, where we could probably hit a $62,000 resistance or floor resistance, basically. So we may find our support around 45 or 46 or 47,000 to ride it up. We have master educators and trainers that give us that information, and they give us that signal with an app called Swipe Coin. Swipe Coin is your friend. It is your friend. Swipe Coin is your friend. And for those who are watching, I encourage you, download Swipe Coin. Now, it's not going to work unless you are part of the academy. But that particular app, if you see it, you get alerts. And those alerts tell you, enter in here on a buy, enter in here on a sell. And then there's so many other opportunities through that particular app that we're even trading other cryptocurrency coins. And also, we're investing in different coins that you guys wouldn't even know that even existed. We get it all from Swipe Coin. We get it all from our academy that we utilize. And then even more opportunity that we're able to go live when our educators go live. Which means if there's an educator on today is Monday, we have an educator that comes on at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight, guess what? That is another opportunity for you to hop in on a trade and make money. And then after that, that person is on for an hour. Guess what they're dropping? They're dropping nuggets. They're dropping education. They're showing you what to look for. They're showing you how to draw up your chart. They're giving you the confidence to understand and draw up your charts and how to read them. They're giving you several points to help you in your trading style. They're telling you, if the trade does this, if the trade does this, and if the chart does this or shows this, this is an opportunity for you to get into the trade. And while they're telling you this, they're showing you this for hands-on application. So you cannot tell me or anyone in that matter, that they do not have time to understand how to trade in the markets. I have helped brought families into this space that never knew existed, and they thank me because now they're making money. They thank me because they didn't know that it was possible for them to be able to learn. And then when they saw that it was possible, guess what? That gave them even more fuel to really take this thing and really run with it and learn. And guess what? When they do that, they teach themselves how to fish. They don't wait for fish to come to them. They know how to reel it in now. They teach themselves a lifelong education and money. And then when they do that, they're able to take that and even broaden that scope even more on how to further diversify their money, how to get in other things, how to take the money that they've obtained and trading in the markets. Now they know how to take that money and now apply it to other things. Now they know how to take that money and go buy that house. Now they know how to take that money and go buy that car and not have to worry about it or not be afraid that they're not going to be able to afford after they purchased it. Now they know how to take that information and education that they've applied and go start another business. Now that they know how to take that information and that education and learning how to trade in those charts, now they know how to take that skill set, teach it to their kids. Now you're building longevity and wealth. Then you take it even further. Now you know how to take the money that you've been making in trades and even expand it and even more broader, where you start talking about putting your business in a trust where it can't be touched. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. And not only that, when they do that, they're connected to 6- and 7-figure earners that are like-minded, and that we're all a community and we're all a group and we're all helping each other. So we sit in different circles now. We're in totally different circles. We have totally different money talks. Totally different money talks now. You're in a different circle that discuss money different from the way that you were taught. Now they're able to take this information and take the training and the tutelage and the knowledge and the skill set that they learn understanding the markets, and now they're able to, guess what? Be their own bank. Meaning, you need funding for something. See, now they know how to set up DeFi, digital finance accounts, where you don't even have to talk to the banks about, can I get PPP? Can I apply for this? Am I going to be eligible, or am I going to be qualified for this? No, because guess what? They've already qualified themselves. They've qualified themselves. They didn't have to fill out no application fee. They didn't have to sit and wait and twiddle their thumbs and bite their nails and be nervous because they didn't apply or they didn't meet the requirements for the PPP loan. Now they don't have to sit and beg and wonder if the bank is going to lend them money on a project, if they want to purchase a storefront or a building to start their own business? No. Why? Because they already have a DeFi, digital finance, a DeFi wallet that obtains even more interest on the money that they've invested in cryptocurrency. See, you're not going to learn about that information in circles with people that tells you, oh, I don't know about all this Bitcoin, this cryptocurrency stuff. But then you find that same person 6 months to a year to 2 years to 3 years later, still in the same situation that they're in. But you decide to listen to them, and you're now stuck in the same situation where they are, when you could have every opportunity to change your mind and allow whoever that invited you or presented this information to you, allow them to help you change your mind about money. You're just like the person that I heard about it, but I ain't finna put my money into that. But you hear that same person and you have a conversation. Hey, how you doing? Oh, it's all right. But you're still sitting in the same situation because you won't move. That's when you apply yourself and you get around other people, you start having different type of wealth talks. Different kinds of wealth talks. And then you don't even know how that will even pan out as well, because once you start moving into different types of circles, you don't know the resources that the people that you have in that new circle, how a lot of times you ain't even got to pay for certain things. I witnessed that here recently. So, gentleman has a business, and my thing, I had been wanting to use or utilize or purchase a product or a service that I needed in order to grow my business. Guess what? Turn right on Station Road. This person was willing to give it to me and create it for me for free. Sometimes different wealth circles get you into stuff that you ain't even got to pay for. So you got to live in expectancy and understand, here it is. I'm just passing by on a busy street. You got houses being built. It's getting ready to be built now. Guess what these houses getting ready to go for? Turn left on Matlock Drive. Then turn left on Whispering Drive. $300,000 and $400,000. And let's not talk about the apartment industry. Lord Jesus. Let's not talk about the apartment industry, y'all. Because the apartments now, they're about the same price as a mortgage. As a mortgage. So it benefits you to do things that's going to put you in position to be in a whole different bracket. It benefits you when you're in a different bracket. I say that again. It benefits you to work towards putting yourself in a different bracket. I'm out here in Kennesaw, Ackworth area, just, riding out in this area. And I can see these areas, if you go a little bit further out, that you're able to maybe purchase a house for a little bit less than you would the closer you get to the city. Guys, it's that circumference of land, that circumference of area is expanding. So that means places out here in Kennesaw and Ackworth, the houses are starting at 300,000, and that's a basic package. You're not even getting all the bells and the whistles and you know, and whatever, you know, fixture packages or things like that, or tile, you know, granite tile, the most little bit expensive granite tile, you know, as it relates to something that on a 300,000, you know, for a $300,000 house. That just lets you know right now, 300,000 now is equivalent to a house that's 100,000. That's why it is so important now. I keep saying it. That's why it is important for you and for myself and for others to really think about, number one, looking at your time. Look at time and money. Time. You waste a lot of time when you're taking away several hours from your day. To me, you waste a lot of time. You work a lot harder when you are having to get 2 and 3 jobs. That begins to also wear and tear on your body, because guess what? You don't have enough time to even exercise. It's all about mind, body, and spirit, or soul. You don't have enough time to even build yourself health-wise. And that's important. 2 and 3 jobs take away from your time. When you can cut your time down, work smarter and not harder. Because what's going to benefit you if you working 2 and 3 times, you know, 2 and 3 jobs with your main job, and you're tired all the time. You can't even work on, you have a dream and you have a goal and you can't even work on it. Why? Because you're inundated on a daily basis working 2 and 3 other jobs, when you can cut those things in half, or you can cut it down to a third. Or a matter of fact, you're doing so well and you're understanding the trade and you see the benefits and you see how well it is working in your life, you walk away from that job. Now you can devote fully your time to your dreams and your goals. You can devote and understand, even increase your trading skill, your trading strategies even more. And you've created freedom, time freedom for yourself. You've created freedom to be able to go on vacation, spend time with your family, develop a lifestyle that brings you happiness and peace and less stress, instead of a lifestyle that's going to bring you stress, unhappiness, unhealthiness. It's time to really put things in perspective. It is time to put things in perspective. And if I'm talking to you, and if you are watching, and if I am talking to you, I need you to reach out to me so that I can help you put these things in perspective. I want you to reach out to me because I want to be able to open up your eyes to see there is more to life than working for someone that still got to tell you as a grown person, an individual, when you should leave and when you can't leave, when you can take vacation. Well, you can't take vacation this week because Cynthia's on vacation this week and we need to have things covered. Let me see. You want to take PTO. Let's see what we got. Well, we can't get you to take PTO on around this time. Can you wait 3 to 4 weeks from now? Guess what? And 3 to 4 weeks from now, and you working on shop, what can happen? You might fall sick. And here it is, you taking your PTO. You got to spend your PTO sick. That's the benefits of being able to set your own destiny and work toward it. I posted something today in my Facebook post as it relates to working hard. It says hard work brings a profit, but mere talk only to poverty. If you working and you changing and you're in the back scenes, in the back scenes, and you're working for it, come and go, if you're working to change your freedom, or you're working to change things, guess what? Your work is not going to be in vain. It's going to produce the very thing that you set it out to do. But if you're just doing this and you're watching others and you talking bad about, oh, that stuff don't work, or that doesn't work, or let me check with my cousin to see, no, stop checking with people. Stop checking with people that ain't got a thought to do what you're trying to do. Stop checking with them. Stop trying to see what they think about it. Just do it. Stop saying, well, stop. Well, I'm gonna let my cousin. I'm gonna talk to my cousin about it. Guess what? Your cousin doing the same thing that everybody else doing. They might just, I bought $100 worth of Bitcoin, and you think that's going to just buying that $100, that's going to really propel you. Guess what? We know how to trade it in the market, get a profit from it on a daily basis. We can go and fund our Bitcoin wallets, the several Bitcoin wallets that we have. We can do that. We can also diversify our monies elsewhere. And then on top of that, we can also get residual income, which means the company of the platform that we use, they pay us. We use other people's money to fund our accounts, to fund my broker account, to trade so I can trade more money. I use the money that I get from residual on the residual side, and I help other people get started. I give them money towards their broker account. That's just like me tithing. That's just like me helping someone else get started. Make a decision. If you are watching, make a decision. I am willing to help. I am willing to show you and open up your eyes. But you gotta want to open up your eyes. Have a great day.